Hello, I hope you all are having a great day. It's March 18th, and today I'm back. So today I'm going to be talking about, going to really be focusing in on to next week's severe weather threat. It's looking really interesting. There's a good bit of stuff to talk about. It's going to pretty much be what I'm going to be talking about the whole video. So thank you all for watching, but let's go ahead and get started. So real quick, let's just talk about kind of what we saw today. Storm report wise, we had 44 reports, 33 wind reports. Pretty interesting setup in the southeast. You had like an MCS move through Georgia, kind of with a pretty cool squall line associated with it, and pretty much most areas in north and central Georgia saw a pretty good shower cloud. I saw probably the best one I've seen yet, like in person, not like in pictures, but so yeah, that was pretty cool. But we can see we have had 6 tornado reports, most of them down being in the Florida Panhandle, and I think that's one in Missouri right there. Yeah. And yesterday we had 19 reports, of a good bit of those being hail up in Oklahoma, and then some wind down in Mississippi, Alabama, as well as a few hail reports as well. It looks like. So yeah, let's take a look at convective outlooks now. So tomorrow we have a large slight risk from the Panhandle, or not really the Panhandle, but Florida, up into coastal North Carolina, and another slight risk up in PA and New York. I do think this could be extended maybe a little bit further east. We'll have to see what the SPC does. We have two 2% hail risks, two 15%, and a 15% hail risk with that southern slight risk. And then on day 3 we have nothing. So good to see. But then on day 4, after a quick break, we have a 30% risk, which is a big deal for a day 4 outlook in eastern Texas there. That's going to be what we're mainly going to focus on. And then on day 5, we have another 30% risk, back-to-back 30%. So you don't see it that often. Got that in Mississippi. And then on day 6, we have 15% even further to the east and the southeast. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's just go ahead and get to it. So we're just going to look up to kind of what's leading this whole setup with severe weather. I'm not even going to talk about tomorrow a whole lot. Maybe I'll touch on it at the end. I want to try and focus on Monday through Wednesday, just to make sure I kind of get that out. But Monday afternoon, look at that. In the plains there, look at that. Just, I mean, that's perfect. I mean, not really perfect, but that's clearly says severe weather. By Tuesday, moves a little further east. So we have that energy a little further east. I think we'll see severe weather all the way up here for sure. And at the same time, like we can lock it on hour 999 here. Not 999, 99, my bad. And we can take a look at like dew points just to see where we have our like warm sector. And I mean, yeah, our surface low is way back in Missouri. Like, they're not Missouri, gosh. Like Oklahoma, Kansas. We have a cold front right here. Definitely would see severe weather like way up in the Missouri there. And there's something else I wanted to look about. I'm working on kind of learning a little bit more about like how like kind of dry air affects it. I mean, I know a little bit already, just but not really like I don't know a whole lot. I definitely think we could see a little bit of a hail threat in Missouri, to be honest, on Tuesday. So I definitely think, which I don't think we're not going to get that outlook out. I think we'll see an enhanced risk tomorrow with our day 3 outlook. We'll have to see. Man, let's just see what the GFS has for precipitation. No, yep, that just says everything there. We're not really going to be taking any soundings today. I don't think we're in that time frame yet. Probably by tomorrow or Sunday's video, definitely. We're definitely going to want to start doing that. But yeah, we take a look at some other things. We take a look at instability here. Instability is it's there. I mean, pretty interesting. Real quick though, let's take a look at what the Euro has at the same hour, so like Tuesday afternoon. Euro seems to have that low maybe a little further east, but still severe weather though, like all the way through this area. So, I mean, I definitely think we're going to be seeing a pretty big severe weather outbreak with this pretty easily. I mean, take a look at helicity storm, 0 to 3 kilometer, and yeah. I mean, it says it all. What else could we look at? Maybe if I like vorticity here. Yeah. Oh, that's just bad looking. So yeah, no, I guess we'll talk about Monday a little bit here first, and then we'll just kind of, we're not really going to be taking any soundings. I'm just kind of looking at the general setup that we're going to be looking at. So I mean, Monday afternoon here we have our low way up here. I do think we could see a severe weather threat like way up, maybe even into Kansas, Oklahoma. We can see we have our dew points. So our moisture, I mean, extending all the way up into Kansas there. Dew is in the 50s, but I mean, the really moisture is limited down into Texas and southern Oklahoma. Instability, I mean, Cape is high, plenty for a severe weather event there. And I guess another thing we can look at is helicity. Let's just take a sounding. I mean, I don't just take a sounding. No cherry picking. And okay, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, that's it. That's a slight risk sounding. I mean, I'm not even gonna talk about that, but I mean, that's okay. I mean, that's definitely supportive of severe weather and tornadoes. It doesn't look like, it's not like, I don't think that's like a moderate risk or anything. I mean, I wouldn't say that's much more than a low end enhanced. But also, this is the GFS, so, and I mean, timing with this, I'm pretty unsure with at this point. But yeah, we see how low the GFS kind of indicates it moving pretty slowly, I guess. I mean, yeah, it kind of just lingers around in Oklahoma there, not really moving a whole lot on the GFS. But in the European, though, it like flies out of Oklahoma, like just leaves and then goes up and then kind of lingers around the Midwest for a little bit, bringing some snow in some areas. So yeah, that's definitely. I mean, that's Monday. I think we're gonna be seeing severe weather probably all the way up into this area. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe even like southern Kansas, we could see something. Definitely though, this area of Texas looks the worst, easily. Like mainly this area, like right where the SPC is, or 30%. We'll talk about Tuesday next. So on Tuesday afternoon, we have or Tuesday evening, I guess. We can see we have plenty of moisture, pretty well defined. Not really a completely well defined cold front, but it's definitely there. Let's just take a few soundings, and yeah, that is pretty beautiful. Not gonna lie, okay. Definitely, definitely supportive of tornadoes. With that sounding. Take a look at, I mean, instability here. Not most unstable. Stability is probably going to be a little bit lower. That's what we see as these events kind of move further east into uh, into towards the southeast. That okay. That's what we see as these events move towards the southeast. As we normally lose a little bit of that instability, but it's still plenty of instability to support severe weather. And then even on Wednesday, plenty of instability once again. So definitely gonna want to watch this multi-day severe weather event. I mean, it's not really looking at it too far now, but just because we're still using the GFS, and this is also still like good 5 days out. But definitely from East Texas, I mean even Oklahoma, all the way over to like the southeast. Really gonna want to be watching. Really, I'm kind of. It's weird though, because I'm kind of thinking this area, but then once it gets to the southeast, I think the wedge might ruin it for North Georgia. Of course, you always have the wedge. Uh, Even though sometimes it's not modeled, it doesn't show up in models, which I think it does. Let me take a look at temps here. This will give us an easy. Okay, it actually completely went away with the wedge. Okay, I thought it used to be like past Athens down to like Edenton, and then like temperatures like in the low 50s, which would kill it. But I guess it went away with that, so we'll have to see. I mean, still though, definitely a little bit more like stable air, definitely across North Georgia, indicated in the GFS here. This is far out though. We take a look at a model like the European here, and I mean mid 70s in Athens, like low 70s in Atlanta. So pretty pretty uncertain with that type of stuff, like where we see severe weather as we get further into like the southeast, closer to the mountains. But definitely, I think we're going to be seeing a significant event Monday and Tuesday in this area, and maybe even into Wednesday across further east. Not really across just that area, but like this whole area here. I'll have to see what does the European kind of indicate after this moves out. Maybe like a severe weather threat all the way up the east. So we'll have to see that. We'll probably also get a severe weather threat like up in like coastal states, like we're seeing uh on like we're seeing tomorrow, sort of. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got for y'all tonight. Just a shorter video here. Let me talk about tomorrow real quick. Uh, yeah, let's talk about tomorrow just briefly. Gonna pull up just to kind of indicate forecasted reflectivity here. Then we'll go from there. Take some soundings because this event's not that far out. I'm planning on probably so Sunday. I'll probably do a pretty long, like probably maybe like a 30-minute video regarding the severe weather threat on Monday or Tuesday. Maybe even I might even live stream. I don't know. But tomorrow we can see HRRR indicates kind of like a line of storms going off here out low up in the northeast here. We'll just take a sounding with this, and that is contaminated. I don't. I've been having this problem for a while now. Like everything is contaminated. I mean that's contaminated, but not as much. We'll take one like southeast New York. Yeah, so I mean, interesting here. I mean, definitely. I mean, thermodynamics are not that good looking, but maybe a little bit of a damaging wind threat. I'd say that's probably the main threat with that sounding. Storms do kind of fall apart as they go into that area. We'll take a sounding in Connecticut in front of that, and yeah, definitely cold. Definitely not looking that like really good, but definitely a little bit of a severe weather threat for sure. Up by like closer to Binghamton, New York, though I mean, not the environment's still not that great. Let me just take a look at temperatures. I'm kind of curious. Like, okay, so it's take a sounding like right over there. What is that right there? Take a sounding right here, and I mean, yeah, thermodynamics look a little better, but still not really good. Really, you have much more warm air though as you go further down to the south in like North Carolina, that area. Let's take a look at that area actually. HRRR doesn't indicate a whole lot of storms going off there, but environment is definitely favorable. We'll take a sounding. Kind of by Wilmington, and yeah, it's pretty much shows with plenty of instability to support severe weather. I mean, definitely looks like a banely damaging wind threat, maybe also a little bit of a tornado threat, so that's where that 2% TOR comes from. Further south, southeast Georgia will go, where that slight risk is. I think it's, yeah, all the way down there. A little bit less of a TOR threat, but still lots of instability, a little bit of a damaging wind threat. I don't think as high as a threat of damaging winds as in North Carolina, but yeah, I definitely would expect them to keep that slight risk, so at least for North Carolina, and take a look at South Carolina. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be okay. Oh, yep, that is a little contaminated. Yeah, not much. Oh, that's also contaminated. Lovely, lovely. Try and like get away from these little storms. Okay, this is contaminated as well. We'll try and get a new one. I don't want to use one that's contaminated and get someone to yell at me about it for some reason. But okay, here we go. So still definitely a lot of instability tomorrow. I mean, really steep lapses as well, pretty steep. Uh, I'd say a little bit of hail threat as well, uh, which I think is where that 15% hail would come from. Yeah, 50% hail. Uh, I mean, like this. I mean, these third dynamics look really good for like a little severe, for like an event like this along the coast, for damaging wind, hail, and maybe an isolated tornado. I mean, the Hodo doesn't look like great, but I'd say 2%, maybe. Yeah, 2%. Which that's what the SPC has. It's where their 2% probably is coming from. I mean, the shear is like not that. It's not like really good. It's not good, but it's there. I mean, it exists. If you know what I'm saying, it exists. So we do have a little bit of a tornado threat tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a brief tornado in some areas of the Carolinas or maybe down in the coastal Georgia. We'll have to see. Uh, so yeah. Uh, Maybe even some storms around the DC area. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting. Maybe a hail threat with this as well. With a little bit of a tornado threat though, 2%, but thermodynamics don't look as good. Uh, what is that area in? Oh, marginal risk. Maybe we could see the slight. Maybe I think we could definitely see the slights connected. Wouldn't be surprised. Or maybe this one just extended further south. We'll have to see. That's pretty much all I got for y'all tonight, though. Thank you for watching, and I hope y'all have a great day. Tomorrow, I'll either be back tomorrow or Sunday. But yes, goodbye.